They didn't do anything wrong. They just talked. To friends, to neighbors, to coworkers, to the cashier at the local store. But by the time they listed their home, their reasons for moving had spread. And the buyer who made the eventual offer already knew that they had to sell. This is what happens when you overshare before the sold sign goes up, and it can cost you thousands of dollars, especially in a small town or close-knit London neighborhood. You're watching Community Real Estate Group London and Area Living, where we help you make confident real estate decisions in London, in Exeter, and in surrounding small towns. In bigger cities, sellers usually control the narrative. In small towns, and even many London neighborhoods, that's a lot harder. Because when everyone knows your business, you're not just selling a home, you're handing over your leverage. And when buyers feel they're in control, it affects the price, and it affects the terms, and it certainly will affect your stress level. We recently worked with sellers who were making an exciting move. They weren't just exploring their options, they had to relocate. They told a few people, then a few more. Oh, we're heading out of province, just finalizing the details. And the small towns and tight-knit neighborhoods do. The story spread. By the time we listed their home, the buyers who eventually showed up already knew this wasn't just a hope to sell, it was a need to sell. When the offers came in, they reflected that. Lower prices, tighter conditions. The buyers knew they had the upper hand, and even though we negotiated hard, it was very clear. The sellers had lost ground simply because the town knew too much. You might think, but isn't it good to be open? Don't buyers appreciate honesty? Yes, when it comes to the condition of your home, recent upgrades, or disclosures that legally matter. But your personal plans aren't part of the listing, and for good reason. Buyers don't need to know your timeline, or that you've already bought, or that you're moving out of province. Because once they do, that becomes their advantage, not yours. If someone asks you about your plans, keep it short and vague. We're just exploring our options. We'll see what happens. Or even, we're looking at possibilities, but nothing's finalized. This works just as well in London as it does in Lucan or Exeter. Because no matter where you live, uncertainty helps protect your position. The fewer concrete details you give, the harder it is for that info to be used against you at the negotiations table. And if you're already listed, say even less. Once your house is sold, tell everyone. But until then, it is your job to protect your equity by managing your message. In towns like Thorndale or Lucan, Dorchester, we expect this. Everybody knows everybody. But we've seen it happen in London too, especially in tightly connected areas like Old South, Byron, or parts of Hyde Park. Neighbors mean well. Conversations feel casual. But even a small detail can travel fast and land in the ears of the wrong person at the wrong time. It's okay to be popular, not just for the wrong reasons. Because once your personal plan becomes public knowledge, you're no longer negotiating from strength. We've helped sellers in Exeter, Lucan, Thorndale, and London protect their equity by staying in control of the narrative. And when you handle it right from day one, you avoid the stress and the financial hit that comes from losing your leverage too soon. If you're thinking about selling in a tight-knit neighborhood or small town and want to do it smart, let's talk. Visit communityrealestategroup.ca to connect. And if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe to Community Real Estate Group London and Area Living for real local advice that protects your bottom line.